Mental illness is a serious issue that affects millions of people every day, some worse than others. While some need medication to get them through the day, others have a hard time even getting out of bed. It affects everyone differently with no clear reason for how or why it happens. Having people around you to talk to about these problems can be very beneficial to your mental health and allow you to look at life in a better light. But what would happen if you had nobody? What if you were hated by everyone around you, no matter how nice you were to them? Going out of your way for others just to feel rejected can be enough to push someone over the edge. Today, we'll see exactly what can happen when someone reaches this breaking point, with the Chilla's Art game Night Delivery. Since we already talked about the developer of this game, Chilla's Art, in a previous video, we're going to skip talking about them here. So without further ado, let's start playing the game. Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I got a package for you.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Great, great.
Yeah.
I will talk to you later. Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a good one, bro. Have a good one.
Too.
What the hell do you want?
I have a package for you. Maybe relax a little bit? Okay.
Get the hell out of here!
God damn! This guy's a freaking maniac. In this game, we play as a delivery man who's reached his last stop for the night. Our goal in this game is to deliver all of these packages to the tenants of the Nakayoshi apartment complex. During your time here, you'll meet some pretty interesting people. The first tenant you'll meet is in room 206. After knocking on the door a few times and leaving the area, the door will finally swing open, revealing a man named Takeo Yamashita. He's very displeased with how long we took to deliver the package, causing him to chuck a water bottle directly at our head. This water bottle can be picked up and is actually needed to make progress towards the good ending, which is the first ending we'll be covering. At the back of the apartment complex, you can find an eerie looking playground. There's a dog sitting here with a letter in his mouth and an empty dog bowl in front of him. Filling the dog bowl with the water we found causes him to drop the letter for us to pick up and read. Kohei, have you got used to the new environment? You said you were doing your best to get along with everyone in the apartment. Did you get along well? I know that you were very kind. I hope other people can feel that too. Start with one person first. Also, it's okay to work slowly. You tend to think pessimistically. Try to think positive. By the way, how's the dog? Akichi, was it? Show me the dog next time, okay? Mom. While heading back to the truck, we get to see Kohei for the first time petting his dog Akichi. When Kohei notices us, both he and his dog decide to take off, unable to be found. After going to our truck and grabbing the next package, we can take the elevator to reach room 502. The woman living here is named Erika Yamazaki. She's a big fan of cats and believes we might be too. So to reward us for dropping off the package, she decides to give us some cat food. The next package needs to be delivered to room 401. After reaching the door, we can see it slightly creak open, with a man peeking through the crack. This is Michiro Oki, and he suffers heavily from paranoia. So much so that he won't take his package without it being blessed by the priest at room 105, due to him believing the package could possibly be cursed. After taking the elevator back down to the first floor and reaching room 105, we can meet with the priest. He's very corrupt and likes to make up lies for his own financial gain. He tells us the package is in fact cursed, but he needs money before he can remove it. Michiro believes the priest's lies and gives us all the money needed to remove the curse. His ass didn't even move. We can now give Michiro his package and make our way back to the truck. But before we do that, we have the option to feed this cat with the cat food we got from Erika. This causes the cat to move so we can open the garbage bin and find the next letter. Kohei, how are you doing? How's the new apartment? In the previous apartment, you had to move because the residents there weren't so kind to you. Is it okay this time? Before, there were people who made a fool of themselves about disabilities and welfare, right? I said it many times before. You weren't the bad one. Don't blame yourself. Also, don't be impatient about getting a job. Kohei, you're my son. You'll be okay. Things will get better. Mom. The next package we need to deliver is for room 305, and this is the weirdest interaction so far. The door opens extremely slowly, and when you finally enter the room, the door slams shut behind you. Then the door to the next room decides to open up, and the tenant lets us know that she'll be right there. Little to our knowledge, she just so happens to be right behind the corner. This is Arisa Kiyohara, and the package we just delivered to her is a bed frame. After placing it down, she requests us to help set it up, and although it's not part of our job description, we decide to help out anyway. After setting up the bed frame, our character decides to look for the tenant when we find this in one of the rooms. This blood seems to be leaking from the ceiling, meaning something tragic must have happened in the room above. On my way back to the truck to grab the last package, I noticed a bike in the way with a blanket laid on top of it, which wasn't here until now. The last package needs to go to room 202. After knocking on the door, a future Olympic athlete runs straight past us, with his mom Mariko Takedo making us chase after him. The baby manages to make its way all the way to the 4th floor in room 403, and this room is beyond creepy. There's photos all over the walls of a fridge and what looks to be an ink splatter against the wall. You can also hear some demonic noises coming from the balcony, but all that's out there is a flower pot, which can be pushed over the ledge. After exploring all the rooms, you can hear a faint giggling coming from the closet, which is exactly where the baby's hiding. On our way to the elevator, you can hear tapping on the window of room 402. This is our second time seeing Kohei and certainly won't be the last. Now this is where the game takes a dark turn. When you reach the elevator and attempt to go back to the 2nd floor, the elevator stops in place with the lights going dark. After this, the lights turn red and you're forced down to the 1st floor, where the second phase of the game begins. Your truck has been moved to the middle of the parking lot with all of the previous packages and some money being placed in it. You need to grab both the packages and the money from the back of the truck and re-deliver them to the apartments. Each time you deliver one of these packages to a room, you get a diary entry from the perspective of Kohei. It shows the torment and bullying he received from each of the different tenants, and he's clearly been through a lot. The tenants are beyond rude to him and even talk down on his disability. When you grab the last note, a cutscene plays of the elevator turning back on. After entering the elevator, we have no way back out, with a barrier blocking our path and none of the buttons deciding to work. First, we start to hear a faint clicking noise, and then, Kohei appears from behind the pillar and sprints directly at us. Luckily, this was just a bad dream, and we woke back up in the elevator holding the baby again. Except this time, the baby is extremely pale and sickly looking. Before dropping off the baby, you can go to the back of the building and grab the room 404 mailbox key, which fell down with the flower pot we knocked over earlier. This mailbox is located at the bottom of the stairs and holds one last letter for us to read. Kohei, are you okay? I haven't heard from you recently, so I wrote a letter again. You would tend to get depressed since you were a kid easily. Don't care too much about your disability. I'm worried, Kohei. Sometimes the depression accumulates and explodes. Kohei, you are kinder than anyone I know, and remember that I'm proud of you. Call me anytime if anything happens. Dad and I'll always be on your side. Work. You don't have to force yourself to work, you know. By the way, Grandma wants to see you. Come back home sometime, okay? Mom. After dropping off the baby, we officially finished our last delivery. Or so we thought. This package is meant for room 404, which will actually be our last stop. After entering the room, you can hear some static start to play and you can find a welfare document that just so happens to belong to Kohei, meaning this is his apartment. After exploring around for a bit, we can find the same fridge from the paintings we saw earlier, and inside is a dead body. But not just any dead body, it's Kohei's. After seeing what we saw, our character runs to the police station to report what happened. The police go to investigate room 404 and discover Kohei's body in the fridge, believing he may have ended his own life. On top of this, all the tenants are missing from the apartment complex, with no one knowing what exactly happened to them. With the landlord being the only one left in the apartment complex, he's taken into custody and questioned by police. Due to the tragedy, both the name and appearance of the Nakayoshi apartment complex were changed to hopefully get people to start living there again. This is the good ending. Now let's discuss the bad ending. In order to get the bad ending, you must fail to read all the optional notes. The game plays the same up until you open room 404 with the final package. Once you locate the fridge, static starts to appear on the screen, and shortly after, we can see a bloody massacre of all the tenants we previously met. The screen then fades to black and we begin playing as the landlord. In the landlord's office, we can find a document showing how much rent is charged to each tenant. Looking at this shows that even the landlord hated Kohei, charging him much more than usual for rent. After grabbing our flashlight, we need to make our way up to room 404. Upon entering the room, the screen starts to violently shake until our character falls to the floor. We can then see Kohei slowly walk up to us until the screen goes suddenly black. This is the bad ending. Hey, I have a package for Keem.
Thanks. Has it been, blessed by the priest?
No? Do you want me to get it blessed?
Yes.
Okay, alright, I'll be back, I guess.
Please.
Okay. Really weird day today, isn't it? God. Hey, so I actually deliver packages, and this guy will not take it because he thinks it's cursed. Is there any way you could bless this for me?
I'm not.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hey, you, was it blessed yet?
Yeah, I got the package blessed. Here you go.
Now get out.
Oh. What a friendly interaction. I really thought I did all my deliveries. Hello? Anybody home? Hello? Night Delivery is a short, enjoyable horror game that shows exactly what can happen to someone when they're pushed to their limit. If the tenants of Nakayoshi apartment complex would have shown Kohei even a little bit of love and compassion, the story could have ended completely differently. The game's a little bit open-ended and rough around the edges, but overall it's a pretty good experience. I would definitely recommend giving it a shot if you enjoy short horror games like this. Just like with my Akamano video, I made some of my friends play through this game to get their reactions. I'll play their reactions for you right now.
Anyone home? Oh!
Her toes are out! Or his. Who is it? Which one is it?
Oh my god, I didn't see him.
Hello?
Yeah!
Bro, you can't be doing this curse or something.
What's up? What do I do now?
That's fine, they just okay, I'm done. Okay.